The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Shedding through the defense. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Prescott finding Tolbert here over the middle. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
To Jalen Tolbert. An 8-yard pickup. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Prescott to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it. But how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity, nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. That quick throw there is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Elliott once more. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 31. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Tolbert to target that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 32 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Second down and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Well, the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott off play action. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They toss it left side to Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Moore, the man in motion. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd down and 4. Throwing. Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Elliott. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Prescott on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Final play of the half. Prescott. That is caught, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
We
Coach.
thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife it to the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, That's a win for that play.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Browns send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Tolbert hauls in the out route and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Prescott yet again. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. So no gain on the play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw is Prescott. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Prescott now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give left side for Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 76 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. First and 10 here. And trouble trying the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. That escapes the sack. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 53. Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to hit his target Lamb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Prescott. This is caught. It's close. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. And again, it's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Lines up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Just more of the same here. It's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another 1st down.
Now Chubb running right, pushes past him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll look to throw. Out right, he finds Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Now Prescott. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Dak. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. To throw, Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Here's Dak. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Prescott to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.